The problem between the Quran and the Bible is not contradiction between the two. It is incompatibility between the two. That incompatibility created hostility and opposition! Exclamation mark. What is incompatibility? It is the condition of two things being so different in nature as to be incapable of coexisting or have a negotiative common ground. Because the foundation of the two buildings are constructed with different materials, different structures, different types of materials and elements. In top of the structure, they look like same house with same structure. Okay, I'm not sure what this is analogy for, but the comments start with saying the problem between the Quran and the Bible is not contradiction but incompatibility. That is an interesting comment in hindsight. I'm not sure why you would find compatibility when the fundamental of the two religion is different, right? So obviously it's not compatible. Hence, I replied, all religion, or perhaps almost all, are not compatible with one another, right? Because only one can be true when each have fundamental different belief about God or even existence. For example, Islam and Christianity cannot be true at the same time. Islam and Hinduism cannot be true at the same time. Christianity and Hinduism cannot be true at the same time, etc., etc. Right? So we put any two religion together, they cannot be true at the same time. So it obviously any two religion is not compatible with one another. Though despite that, hostility among human beings should not be a default setting, I would say, because he said that incompatibility creates hostility and opposition. So I'm just saying that does not necessarily equate one another. And he suddenly commented, what makes religion compatible since Islam claims Abrahamhood? I'm not sure what this sentence means, because suddenly he shifts like saying what makes religion compatible, meaning, I don't know, the claim of Abraham makes it compatible or something, or should be compatible. I'm not sure. When are the law of Abraham in the Quran, etc. So he stated about the 10 commandments, the 613 laws. Surely he broke his word through Muhammad. God cannot lie. Alright. So this is a claim. Totally, I'm not sure whether he meant compatibility in totally different sense than myself. Right. So I'm just saying I'm not following. Initially, you stated about the incompatibility between the two. So I simply agree by stating the obvious. But then you are saying it is compatible, or what exactly are you saying? So and he haven't replied back yet at this point of time. But again, I'm not sure, because when I read it, I said obviously the two that have fundamental different, it is incompatible with one another, right? Because if one is true, another must be false, although both can be false at the same time, hypothetically speaking, right? Suddenly Hinduism is correct, then both of these are wrong. But when one is correct, one cannot be correct as well, the other one, because they are fundamentally different and opposing, right? So I'm just saying the opposite. So I'm not sure. Based on many of these comments, I'm starting to assume that just because when in Islam it states like Abraham is a prophet, right? Hence, from the perspective of a Christian, then they have to be dependent, or they have to comply with the Bible. I'm not sure. Is that correct? Is that if you are a Christian, right? Once you know that Islam claimed that Abraham is a prophet in Islam, so you suddenly feel that the Bible is the standard for which the Quran have to comply with, or adhere with, or I don't know, follow or something. Is that how you feel? Hence, this kind of thing becomes a discussion. Because for me, any two religion, people say it is incompatible with one another. I said obviously, as I stated, right? But is it when you say it is incompatible, meaning that any true religion should be compatible with the Bible. Is that the fundamental that you have, consciously or subconsciously? Hence you say these things, and hence whenever something is incompatible with the Bible, it is wrong, because that default is based on you already concluding that Christianity is correct, right? Because if that is the case, then by default anything else is wrong. You do not need to produce any other argument. Just say that is wrong. Why? Because not Christianity. It's simply as that, right? Obviously it will be challenged because you already put the conclusion up front, hence whatever discussion cannot happen. But that's the fundamental foundation of this kind of statement, right? Am I reading this correctly, or there's something I'm totally missing that I do not understand? I would like to understand what's going on. Feel free to comment. Thank you for watching. See you next time.